Hi everyone, welcome to my page. I'm Peggy. I'm your 67-year-old Seint makeup artist where we use one palette and one brush to do our entire face of makeup. Today we're going to use just what's in this palette and our fingers and a brush, and we're going to do one layer of makeup. It's cream, so it's not going to settle into my fine lines and wrinkles. So let's get started. What we're going to do, my face is cleansed. It is moisturized, so it's ready to go. I do have my mascara on because, again, Seint doesn't sell mascara, so I use just Lash Princess. You can get it at Amazon, Sephora. You can get it at all of these places, makeup stores, and it's inexpensive. You should not pay more than $5 for a tube of mascara if it's Lash Princess. So anyway, let's get started. Seint is so new and so on the cutting edge that they use 3 shades and create one layer of makeup. You get a contour shade, a brightening highlight or concealer, and you also get a main shade, the shade that's closest to the color of your natural skin. The Lip&Cheek, that's right, Lip and Cheek, cheeks and lips, you get is your choice. I will recommend, if you request a color match, I'll recommend shades that will be perfect for your skin tone, and the Lip&Cheek is strictly up to you. All of this, your full face in one little palette. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is tap into my contour shade. If you've never used contour before, it's going to be a darker, cool, scary shade. There we go. It goes on the hard parts of your face, and what it does is it creates shadows and it gives your face depth and definition. Now, you know how the apple of your cheek used to be right here? Mine's like way down here because I am 67, so everything has fallen. So what we're going to do is tap into our contour, and we are going to feel for the roundness of the cheekbone. We're going to start right about the corner of the eye and go straight up towards the top part of the ear. There we go. Does it have to be exact? No. Close is good because we're going to blend. Now we're going to tap into this contour again. We're going to start again about the corner of my eye and go straight up. There we go. Now, see how kind of ridiculous this looks? And I've got one that's a lot. There we go. That kind of makes them a little bit more even. Now, again, they don't have to be exact because I never do get them exact. Thank goodness for blending. Now, we're going to continue to define the face. And since I have jowls, see these 2 divots, and I have this little fatty piece of a jowl. Well, we're going to go right about midways and go along the jawline or the jawbone right up towards the bottom part of the ear. Again, we're using this contour shade. Same thing on the other side. Now, I have a turkey neck. I want to create a shadow to where it's not as noticeable when you're talking to me to see the skinny, all the skin hanging and all this wrinkledy stuff. So I'm going to start right at this one divot, go underneath my neck and connect it to the other divot. Now this will also work in a different spot if you have a double chin. The double chin ladies start back here and come further down on the neck and then up right about the same way on the other side. That will help camouflage and create a shadow so that it is not as noticeable, that double chin that like I say, you want a turkey neck? That's awful. You want a double chin? That's awful. That's the only choices, unfortunately. So here we go. I'm going to put, I tap my pinky into my contour shade. I'm rubbing my pinkies together, so I have a little bit on each, and then I'm going to make my pinkies touch and come right down the top part of my nose. What I'm doing is I am contouring my nose, and I am going in the natural shadow of my nose. What it's going to do when I'm finished is make my nose look more elongated, and it's also going to make it look narrower. So if that's one of the issues you have with your face is your nose, we can work on that. Now, the contour can be used as eyeshadow. It can be used to fill in your eyebrows. You can line your lips with it. There's so many uses of these 4 shades in your palette. It's amazing. Now, we're finished with the contour placement. We're strategically placing this makeup so that it stays where we put it and it does what it's supposed to do in each section. When we blend, you're going to see we're just going to marry the edges and just pat it into our skin. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is a concealer, or what we call a brightening highlight. This catches the light, so we're going to go right between the eyebrows on the forehead. We're going to come straight down the center of the nose. Now, what did that do? Look how much narrower my nose looks. That's one of the beauties of this makeup. So then we're going to hit the Cupid's bow just a little bit, and we're going to catch the center of the chin. Now we come to these eyes. Yes, I have crepe skin under my eyes. Less is more when you're placing this makeup. We're used to putting a lot of liquid or a lot of powder, and if you see something you don't like, you just add it and layer it, layer it. You don't do that with the cream. We're going to have 1 layer of makeup. So what we're going to do is start at the outer corner, come to the inner corner. We're not going under the eye with the product, and we're not doing the V shape or the half moon. You don't want to do that anymore. So outer corner, inner corner, and we're done. When we blend, then it'll go underneath into that crepe skin. If you're like me, you have crepe skin under your eye. Less product is more. Now we're moving to my main shade, and we call it a main highlight. And what this main highlight is a fill-in shade, or a shade where you don't have any other makeup. And it is going to be the closest to the color of your natural skin. Here we go, your natural skin tone. So we're just going to apply in the areas. I'm going to catch the corners of my nose because I do have rosacea. And this helps to color correct that because of the skin tone that I have. Okay, now we're going to come up here and we're just going to go right across in that one section. Notice how some of my skin does not have makeup on it, but that's okay. You're going to see in the blend, it's going to be great. Now, you see we have our contour shade, the Scary Dark shade, then we have our main shade, and then we have our brightening highlight. That's it. These 3 shades make up your entire foundation. Instead of 1 shade and coming back in building, you use these 3 shades and each one goes in a specific area like I just placed. Now today, since I'm doing reds because of the season, this is Ruby. Ruby is so beautiful. Look at this. Is she pretty or what? I love red. Now, I am partial to reds, but Ruby is one of my favorites. There we go. So you're going to put this on, which is Ruby, or the Lip&Cheek of your choice. You don't have to get Ruby. I just love Ruby. We're going to use her as our blush shade as well. What? Yes, we're going to put her right above that contour line. Now, I go heavy-handed because I like bold colors and things. You put as little blush and lipstick as you want. That's a personal preference. Like I say, I'm kind of a gaudy-gurdy, so I like color. So I tend to go just a little bit darker or bolder than your average woman would. And that's okay. This makeup, you be you. Guess what? We're finished. My makeup is done. It's placed. Now we're going to strategically blend it. Strategically placed, now strategically blend. I'm going to grab my 3D brush. It has a fluffy end and it also has a domed end, and I'm going to show you the magic starts. Now, cream makeup needs to be set, and you can do it in one of 2 ways. You can either use setting powder once you're finished blending, or you can spray your face or spray a perfector sponge and put the setting spray on after you blend. Or you can do like I do. I prefer a damp brush to blend. Therefore, I am going to spray it on my brush and I am going to set as I go. I used to use a dry brush. A couple of times I tried this and I fell in love with it. Now, I'm going to start blending at the jawline. I'm barely touching my jaw, barely touching my face, and then we're going to drag it down the neck. There we go. You don't want to blend it out. Forget everything we were taught about blending, because with the cream makeup, it's going to be different. So we're just gently, softly blending. There you go. We're done with the neck. The only time you want to blend down is on the neck. Every other time you want to blend up because we want to lift. Ladies, if you're, 50, 60, 70, 80, yes, we need to move everything up. So what I'm going to do now is come to my main shade right along the lower cheek part of my face and just stipple. Stipple is just gently tapping and spreading this cream where you want it to go and where you want it to stay. There we go. See, it's so easy. There is a little bit of a learning curve, but it's not hard at all. And trust me, if I can do it, anybody can, because I had no clue what to do. I was really wondering if I could do this when I was color matched and I ordered. Trust me, you can. It is not that difficult. Now, we're going to just stipple up the side of the nose. Since we contoured the nose, we don't want to blend that out. We just want a little soft. So see how I am just blending to where the distinct lines are not there like they are with the contour, but the brightness is there and my nose still appears to be narrower than it actually is. That's what we're looking for. Now I'm going to flip my brush around and I'm just going to stipple underneath the eye and in the corner just to get that blend. Now I have a little bit of product under there, but not a lot. It's red because it was with the brush, but you'll see that will go away. But we're just gently tapping. There we go. You don't want just pressing it into your skin and it's going to wear like a second skin. You're hardly going to know you have makeup on. This is like, I can't tell you how wonderful cream is, and I'm so sorry I didn't find it until I was 65. And then thank you, I did find it at 65 rather than 75. So there you go. Now we're going to continue blending, and again, notice how I'm not swiping and getting it all together. If you blend each color in together like we were taught to blend, you're going to have a muddy mess. So you strictly want to pay attention to where you are blending everything. And we want it blended, but we want it softly blended. We don't want the all over the face, because we are dealing with 3 shades. We're not dealing with 1. Now let's come up and I'm just going to gently swirl, because the texture on my forehead is a little bit different from the rest of my face. I tend to have like, I don't know, those little bumps up there, whatever you call them, and it gets red. So I like to just gently, barely touch, and see, doing all the different shades, very little is on the brush. So I'm just barely touching my face and just getting it to where it's just blended. Now we're going to come up and catch this contour by itself and go up into my hairline. Now, does it get in my hair? Sometimes, if I'm in a hurry, but you just get your beauty blender or a baby wipe, anything like that will take it right out of your hair. No issues at all. And more times than not, I don't even notice it. So we just gonna gently tap and blend. And there you go. Now you can still see how I have a shadow. I have my shadow, but it doesn't look like this. It's not the distinct lines that are on my cheeks that have not been blended yet. So let's keep going. Now I'm going to hit the contour up and down twice. Is that specific? No, that's just how I do it, because that's how I basically did it. And I said, okay, that looks good. It doesn't look like this. It's just softly blended. Now I'm going to come and catch my contour and my lip and cheek and go up into my temple. There we go. Look at that. You've got the shadow that defines my cheekbones and makes me look a little more chiseled than I am. Same thing over here, up and down on the contour twice, and then catch it and grab that lip and cheek and just stipple up into the hairline. And you can continue going, and if for some reason you blended a little bit too much out and you think you need some more, you can always add more contour even after. That's strictly up to you. Now I like to catch my eyelids too, just because any little bit of product that may be on the brush, it just helps a little bit. Again, at this point, you can put contour on your eyelids. You can put eyeshadow. It's strictly up to you. Seint is a full cosmetic line, so it has everything. When you request a color match, I am happy to send you, I'll recommend just about everything there is, but it's up to you what you purchase. The other thing, this is all you need to start with. The 3 shades, which will make up your foundation, and then the lip and cheek of your choice. Again, today we're doing Miss Ruby. Oh, do I love her. So there you go. I'm done. I am done for the day as far as my makeup is concerned. Now, how long does it take me when I'm not teaching or not demonstrating? 5 minutes or less. I literally can slap it up on there, as one of my beautiful customers. She said, I just love because I can just slap it on. And that's kind of what it is once you get the hang of it. And getting the hang of it doesn't take long. It just takes practice. So how do you start with Seint? That is such a great question. What I want you to do is, I'll have a number in the copy, probably down here in the copy. You just text #match to that phone number and you'll get a link. Open the link, and what I want you to do then is go to a window in your home. Look outside. Look at outside. You don't want to turn your back because you'll create a shadow. You want to look outside. You're makeup free. Oh no, I know, makeup free. Let the natural light come in and touch your skin. Get your face, your neck, and part of your décolleté if you can, and just shoot a selfie with your phone. That's all you need to do. Look directly in, shoot that selfie, upload it to that link, and it comes to me. I'll do the rest. I'll contact you within 24 hours or less with your shades. These probably won't be your shades because these are custom color matched to me. So I will custom color match the shades that I feel would look the best on you and bring out, it'll be you, only a little better. What more could you ask for? Seint also has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what do you have to lose? You don't love it? Send it back. They'll credit your card. I thank you so much for joining me today and blessing me with your presence. You be the reason someone smiles today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.